Okay, so Lana J. Ray here. It's September 29th, 2023, and it's about 12:30, and already Telegram is like exploded this whole morning. I just can't believe it. I think we finally hit something. We finally made it through a corner because it's just been one thing after another all morning with news. And we've been seeing it on Telegram first, and then all of a sudden, here it comes into the mainstream, parts of the mainstream. Fox News will, start it. And so I'm telling you, if you're not on Telegram, and, um, Gateway Pundit is probably the most next to mainstream as we can get. Usually everything that shows up on Gateway Pundit eventually finds its way to Fox uh, and Newsmax. But I'm going to run through all this stuff just kind of quick this morning so I can get this out. And it's going to just keep going because there's so much coming in the next week. But it's saying here that the members of the House Freedom Caucus are planning to replace Kevin McCarthy as Speaker next week. So you got that happening. And McCarthy was doing a press release today, and he said a bunch of stuff that, it was okay, but he's waffling back and forth, back and forth. Probably knows his days are numbered because, McCarthy's been known to have a lot of deals going on, and I think it was with China. He's been playing a script according to what Trump's told him to do. And we saw that during the House vote with Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene doing their little thing. Marjorie's running down through the aisle with her phone. She's got President Trump on the line, and it was just so dramatic. Oh my gosh. If you guys don't, I'm telling you, we are watching a movie. I really do believe it. I believe this is a movie. I believe a lot of stuff's already happened. A lot of things have already been taken care of. A bunch of the deep states already in Gitmo. They've probably already had military tribunals. You don't know where these people are at. How are we supposed to know? There's no way for us to get the truth, the information. So any of this stuff, I'm just saying you can't prove me maybe right, but you can't prove me wrong. And that's the way all of the podcasters are right now. We're just watching stuff unfold, and actually, what do you do other than pray for discerning truth? The only one that really knows what's happened and what's happening is the Holy Spirit. He's really the only one. But here we are. So we're going to launch through it. And the main thing that I want you guys to do is keep your mind open to all of this. We don't know. We will know at some point that this thing is playing out, and it's going fast. Yesterday at the Biden impeachment inquiry, there was a lot of talk about bank records, and that is supposed to be a big deal when Hunter Biden, when they get his bank records, and Comer was talking about that. When they expose that, it's going to expose a whole slew of these guys and gals. Democrats, Republicans, and all of them. Hunter Biden, it's not just his deals with Ukraine and China. It's his sex trafficking rings. And all these guys were in it. Bunch of these people were in it. It's going to just reveal all of it. So there's a lot coming there. And the members of the House Freedom Caucus is planning to replace Kevin McCarthy as Speaker next week. That's the word coming down. Trump did come off his jet. I think it was yesterday. I think the Michigan trip. He just got done talking to the auto workers. But he comes out with an umbrella, and on the top of the umbrella is the presidential seal. I'm not kidding. He codes everywhere he goes. He tells us what's going on, what's getting ready to happen, if you're paying attention, and that's why I watch the Q Post. Call me crazy, but I think it's all scripted. But then on the underneath of the umbrella is the DEFCON sign. That's the DEFCON, like the signal to, are we close to war? Are we semi-close to war? What's the number? But it's the symbol, as though we've got a scare event on its way, which we know we're going to have because not everybody's going to wake up with just watching the mainstream media. I mean, if people are just watching CNN, like all the liberals, they got to have the scare event. Sorry, we're going to have to go through it with them. But maybe a lot of you are prepared more. Are you pulling your money out of the bank? Are you loading up with water, food, and are you buying silver? I don't care if it's going down. I mean, or up. Either one. Just buy it. Buy silver. Buy it. Silver. If you can afford gold, buy that. Buy it now. I'm not a financial advisor. I always have to put that out there. But, guys, the petrodollar's going down the tube. It's got to, because that's the cabal money. It just is. It's taking the Federal Reserve and the IRS with it. It's going to be a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Once we get past it. Government shutdown. I think it's midnight tomorrow night. Because Sunday's the 1st. Washington Governor Jay Inslee tests positive for the COVID thing. Now, anytime you're seeing government officials testing positive at this point, even before, it's all been the same code. When they're testing positive, they're being removed. That's the code for all of us, millions of us, millions. Okay, we know they're being removed. They're probably on their way to Gitmo. Don't worry about who's sitting in the chair or who comes back. They're able to figure that all out. It's not rocket science. We've had Hollywood for years. We've had technology for years. They can fool you. If you're believing Biden is the real Biden, then they've fooled you. They fooled you pretty easily. We'll get to that in just a minute. And this morning, right off the bat, Dianne Feinstein, the senator, the oldest senator, she's 90. Oh my. If you think these elections have not been corrupted for years, if you think that woman has been put in there from her state, I'm sorry. It's just like Pelosi and Schumer, McConnell. I don't even care what party you're talking about. Bunch of these, it's all them. Anyway, they have announced her death today. Okay, we've known she's been gone for quite a while. And then they wheel her in with a wheelchair into the Senate. And it even said I don't know if it was on mainstream, but it might have been on Fox, that her daughter was even trying to get power of attorney over her because she was so mentally off. And here she's in the Senate trying to vote. If you're not thinking that this is a movie, this stuff, it's too corny not to not to wonder about it. Gateway Pundit says West Virginia official calls on Speaker McCarthy and the GOP House to hold funding from DHS until they fire clowns Clapper and Brennan. It's all coming out. And then, of course, I don't know if this was on my last one or not, but the Arizona governor, Miss, what's her name? Katie Hobbs. You know, Carrie Lake won that whole thing, right? there's all kinds of evidence. It's all going to come out. Anyway, she's gone missing. Katie Hobbs is missing. We're not sure where she's at. Nobody can locate her. But they've put the Arizona treasurer, Kimberly Yee, she's come on here with a immediate release announcement saying that she's going to step in as acting governor. Oh, gosh. You can't even make this stuff up. Oh, and then here's a good one. You know, if you still are unsure, if you're still unsure, Senate passes Shorts resolution, in quotes, shorts. That's the shorts you wear. You know, John Fetterman must wear pants. Okay, John Fetterman, Pennsylvania senator that beat the wonderful, what was that? He was the bald guy that was just awesome. I can't remember his name, but you know he won. Fetterman, who all of a sudden doesn't look anything like, 6 months ago. He doesn't look anything like what he looked like 6 months ago. He's actually better looking now. It's a different guy. They're trying to get you to wonder about this stuff. Well, he's going to be made now to wear pants because he wanted to wear shorts, and so they were going to let him, the Senate, but no, he's got it. Okay. Breaking: school coach and 3 Disney employees among those arrested in human trafficking sting in Polk County, Florida. 219 people arrested, including 35 illegal immigrants. The border it's not what some people think. There's nothing good about it. But since the Freedom movie came out, we've been seeing a lot more trafficking coming through the mainstream. I don't know that CNN, when I say mainstream, I'd say it's coming through Newsmax or Fox, if anything. Now we've got Dianne Feinstein. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing her name right. She was the oldest member of Congress, and I think the next one in line could be Senator Grassley. We've been waiting for him to rise to the top. Now, there was a Senator Leahy, and I don't know if he's older than Grassley or not, but in the Q post it says trust Grassley. And I know he's voted kind of weird, but we need to keep our eye on Grassley because he's part of something. This is great. This is kind of interesting. Insider paper. China's top scientist told Science Times newspaper that India claims of landing on Moon South Pole are not true. You're going to find out that the space stuff isn't even true. That could really rock some of your world. Have we just been lied to on the TV? Where else are you going to hear anything? I've been watching TV for 60 years. How much of it was really true? How do I'm to a place where you can't hardly surprise me now. I've wondered about everything. All right, hang on. Now, if you wonder, Joe Biden expresses support for Ron DeSantis. That's Gateway Pundit. From the fake Joe Biden. He's not real, guys. Well, interesting thing, it was probably 8 o'clock on my Telegram channel that I heard that Miss Feinstein died. But now Fox News, at 8:30 a.m., and that could be Eastern. Fox has a whole film on Feinstein queued up. It's almost like they knew. Do you think they've got a script? I think so. And we've got a big deal. This thing is big deal. October 2nd, which I guess is Monday. Guys, the U.S. Supreme Court, they're going to decide on the Brunson case. And I said this on my last video. Congress, for their absolute mishandling of January 6th vote certification, they're going to win that. If the Supreme Court doesn't do something, then it's going to show the American people and the military and everyone that they are corrupt as well, which we've kind of known most of them are. But we'll see how it plays out, because if the Supreme Court doesn't do what they should do according to the Constitution and law, the military has no recourse but to believe that we have been taken over by foreign domestic enemies. Now, this is how I look at it. And I've heard other people talk about it. Just saying. The military is the only way at the very end of this to bring order and to even, they'll probably be the people that are running our elections, at least the next time. I don't even think we're going to have 2024. No. Not with the way this stuff is supposed to daily now. We're going to be seeing this stuff happen. It's just going to be one thing after another. Today it's just been incredible, and I expect a lot tomorrow, the very last day of September, because we're going to find if they're going to shut down. Is it today that they vote to shut down the government or not? I kind of look for it to shut down this time. I hope so. I think it would be. Okay, so a little bit about the Arizona. This lady, this treasurer that's taken over, saying, I have been notified that I will be serving as acting governor beginning later this evening until mid-morning tomorrow. Notified by whom? We want to know. No public statement from Katie Hobbs. No pre-discussions about this highly unusual state vacancy, just notified. And she says, while I'm pleased to step into this role, I will refrain from naming directors to the 13 agencies that currently have vacancies and will not call the Arizona legislature into session to confirm them. So she's refraining from that. So the question is why? I do hope when the governor returns to Arizona, yada, yada. Hobbs is currently, is she not in the state of Arizona? Where is she? Oh, gosh. Nothing can stop what's coming to these people. And here's another one. Here we go. Treasonous rat General Mark Milley will step down as Joint Chiefs Chair. Gateway Pundit. He's leaving. So you can put the big X on him because we know he's going to Gitmo. If he's not already there already. I've heard he was there like a week or two ago. So he's gone. Do you think this is all coincidence? All these people, we're not even done yet. Now this is just absolutely awesome. This video, if you think that the person sitting in wherever the film is, because I don't even think this Biden guy is even in our White House. I just don't think he's ever been in the White House. If you watched the inauguration, did you see them get locked out? They were locked out of the White House. And then it showed them all of a sudden going into something. They've got we've got so many Hollywood places where they've shot all these movies on presidents. California and Georgia, both. Tyler Perry has one, I think, in Georgia. That's been like 2-3 years ago that I've read all about that. Okay, you got to listen to this. This is the real Joe Biden. Okay, this is the real Joe Biden. And don't only just look at him and listen to his voice and his words, but listen to what he says on what he believes compared to today, what he says he believes.
Handbasket. We are desperately concerned about the circumstance relating to avian flu. We don't have enough vaccines. We don't have enough police officers. And we're going to debate the next 3 weeks, I'm told, gay marriage, a flag amendment, and God only knows what else. I can't believe the American people can't see through this. We already have a law, the Defense of Marriage Act, where we've all voted, not where I voted and others said, look, marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that. Nobody's violated that law. There's been no challenge to that law. Why do we need a constitutional amendment? Marriage is between a man and a woman. What's the game going on here? And
well, Joe, what is the game? What game are you playing now, Joe? I don't think Joe's around to talk about it, is what I think. And of course, another famous podcaster, more to come, lines of narrative are converging. It's about to get really, really interesting. Dark to light, enjoy the show. And this is really interesting. Eric Prince, Blackwater CEO on President Trump.
Guy living that level of life of comfort would step away in 2015 to run in the first place, and then with all the bullshit that they put him through while he was president and even after president, all these 4 sham indictments that they're putting him through, none of that would have happened if he just retired and played golf at Mar-a-Lago. But the fact that he's stepping back into the arena and the knives that are out for him shows what a threat that the political elite see in him. An imperfect vessel, but the right vessel, to push forward with.
The only thing that really concerns me is who is he going to put in his cabinet? Who's going to work for him?
I agree. That's my concern as well, because he never really got control of his national security apparatus last time. I don't think he fully comprehended the depth of how uniparty Washington had become.
Yeah, it is. It's uniparty. We don't even know how to get truly Republican platform people into, even in Missouri, I'm in Missouri, into the Congress. We don't know how to. We're working on something right now to try to get that to work better, but people are voting as though they're Republican and then they vote Democrat. And that's what's happening everywhere. Now I'm gonna mention this. I'm gonna mention this because I've seen this morning on 2 or 3 things, and like everything else, once it hits Gateway Pundit, then it's more acceptable as truth, even though, guys, here again, mainstream media is not giving truth. So there's a reason why this is coming out. And, but we've known for a long time that Mike Pence was not a good guy. And there was a lot of evidence 3 years ago when I was looking at some of these clips coming out with emails between him and Paul Ryan, who was the speaker for Trump for a little bit. They were concocting how to get rid of Trump. But anyway, we've thought that Pence has been gone for quite a while because he is there's been a lot of talk of him being a really, really bad pedophile. Like, bad. And so, breaking today, and this is on the Trumpertarian. It's a verified account. I don't know if that's a Telegram channel or where this one's coming from, or whether it's Twitter. There's a gay prostitute and drag queen from Washington, D.C. that has come forward saying he has evidence of years-long affair with former Vice President and current presidential candidate Mike Pence, including photographs and videos. It's saying that he's had the most kept secret in Washington, living a double life. That this individual is going to go fully public with all the evidence in the upcoming weeks. Now, just hang on to it. Just hang on to it. It doesn't surprise me at all, because I think it goes way far worse than him being gay. The pedophilia part will be coming out probably after that. Because people have to be, it's like they're trying to gently put everything out in front of people. I feel like I just got it all shoved right in my face all at once, because I was watching military bringing children out of tunnels, like children that have never seen the light of day. Their eyes wouldn't even work. I woke up really fast, but you got to pray your way through this stuff so that you can rise above it and be able to help other people as they have to go through it. We are encountering this stuff. This is what the Bible's talking about when it's talking about evil. It's this bad. This is what evil is. It's not just, having a beer. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, we're getting down into the real nuts and bolts. So what if they shut down the government for 10 days, and when the government is reopened, all the criminals are gone? I love that one. That's somebody's idea, because the Q posts talk a lot about shutdown and 10 days and darkness, which is, we think, internet darkness. But it doesn't mean our lights won't go out for a little bit, but really kind of think we need the power on, because we got to be able to charge our cell phones, and these are going to be really needed when the EBS comes on, the emergency broadcast system, to tell us from the military what's going on. And some people are thinking, see, there's supposed to be a lot of people that's going to be announced that they've died in some manner, and we're waiting for Pelosi to come next. We're supposed to be hearing like massive deaths, like boom, 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 coming through, and so if we start hearing it, guys, just know that we're getting closer every day. It's saying here that McCarthy doesn't have the votes to stop a shutdown. So we'll see. We're also waiting on Bitcoin to take the ultimate swan dive. There's people that feel like when Bitcoin sinks, and the stock market's going down right now too as well, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's going to go clear down at some point, and that's when silver and gold's going to go up and out of range, and I cannot wait. Wait until they release James and Hunter Biden's banking records. Oh, wow. So, with Miss Dianne Feinstein's seat open, Senate seats open, what's going to happen? Well, who's going to be filling that? Oh. And Trump's saying a lot on his Truth Social about Nikki Haley, which that's a joke. I'm sorry. She's a joke. She's scripted. All right, so now we've got Russia. World War III alert, which that's kind of that's been kind of a scare event. I don't know if that's the way they're going to go with it or not. Of course, I think Putin's a good guy, so it's all part of the movie. Russia prepares nationwide drills with nuclear war scenario. It's set to hold nationwide exercises early next month in preparation for danger of armed conflicts, including nuclear powers. October 3rd. So that's Tuesday. So we got the Brunson case results from the U.S. Supreme Court on Monday. We've got Russia doing this thing on Tuesday, a drill, large-scale drill. And then I think the 4th, I think they're still having the United States nationwide EBS alert, testing, EBS testing from FEMA, good old FEMA, doing a test. So, because I know a lot of people are panicking about what's going to happen when they do the test, and is your phone going to blow up or give you some kind of, shock treatment, or I don't know. People are like, we've been hearing all kinds of stuff. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. While the U.S. was distracted by the hearing on the basis for an impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden, there was a separate congressional hearing held investigating the cause of the Maui fires. Did you guys know that? Oh. And Trump's unexpectedly says he won't seek to move his Georgia election case to federal court. So, we'll see what that's all about. Tonight, that would be last night, I guess, We got, and this is from Wesley Hunt. Must be somebody in the House. Tonight we got 117 Republicans to vote against additional funding to the proxy war in Ukraine. The tide is turning. And there's something with Feinstein, that because she's in the Q post. Her name's in here. She was batter up for today. Feinstein threat to Murkowski, Lisa Murkowski. So we may be hearing something about her coming up. And this is from the Q Post from November of 2017, but it's a warning to the deep state. It's just awesome. I'm sorry, this is awesome. It says, to those watching, you know who you are. You have a choice to make. You can stand up and do what you know to be right, or you can suffer the consequences of your previous actions. Make no mistake, you are on the losing side. The choice is yours. If you decide to take down POL, which I think that could be police, and the net, which is the internet, we will be ready. It's awesome. They are going to lose, and we are going to win, and we're going to take back the republic. And I'm still saying, the Act of 1871, the incorporated D.C. is falling down, and we are going to be back to what happened before this was enacted. And it was Ulysses S. Grant was the one. I think he was the 18th president. And he's the one that sold us out to England and to the cabal. So I believe when Trump comes back in, when he gets, however it's done, because there's like 50 different ways this can all go down, he will be coming back in as the 19th president of the republic. It's awesome. I know this in my spirit, or I wouldn't be out here looking like a crazy blonde woman. You know, if you don't think I have anything better to do, I mean, I could do things that make me look a lot more smart, but I'm choosing to do this because I have to. I just have to. And it's a part of warning people. There's a lot of prophets out there saying the very same thing. I just feel confirmation with all of that, which is what you're supposed to do when you hear a real prophet discuss things. And then here out of the blue, and this is the Daily Mail news, there's this guy, Dwayne Davis, is arrested in connection with Tupac murder 27 years after he was killed on the Las Vegas Strip in a drive-by shooting. There's something to do with that, and some people think Tupac is still alive and that he's in the witness protection. I don't know. We don't know. We think a lot of people in Hollywood and in the whole entertainment, music industry, all of it, that a lot of them are really alive and they've been in witness protection because the cabal was going to kill them. If they didn't do what they told them to do, so believe it or not, and then because McCarthy's getting ready to get sacked out of being the speaker, we've got him with a big, bold red X on his picture today. So he's on his way out, one way or the other. Yeah, it's awesome. The House is passing these appropriation bills, though, like today. There's been a lot of that going on. The House has passed bills to fund veterans, military, homeland security, and state foreign ops. And it's going to the Senate. And we don't have Feinstein there to vote, so I don't know what that's gonna. That's a move. So, guys, that's it. I thought it'd be quicker than 40 minutes, but lots to talk about, lots going on, and just hang tight. And as always, just pray for understanding of things and for truth, because we don't know. We don't know, but these are things to think about, and just be prepared. I'll be back with you as soon as there's more to update.